Today's episode is sponsored by Raul Rodriguez Law.
Country.
Where'd you go?
Italy.
That's it? Just Italy?
Just Italy.
There's nothing there. Nothing big.
No, it was nice, man. It's a different vibe. I mean, a lot of people have been there, but
I haven't been there.
But
we've been there.
Yeah, it's a different world, man. It was really hard to kind of get adjusted to just the way they move and the way they operate. But one thing is for sure, we're completely outclassed when it comes to style and health
and coffee
and coffee for sure. So those three things, the trifecta, I think those are things that would love to bring back is good style, as you can tell currently.
You're always wearing your Sunday finest. So these episodes, do you?
Yeah, good style, good food, and good coffee.
And you when we were there, we noticed that everybody's relaxed, everybody's fit. I mean, a lot of fit people. If you see heavyweights there, they're Americans.
They're tourists.
Right?
Yeah,
you could. It's like when I was in Australia, you knew who the Americans were.
Yeah,
right off the bat, you knew who they were, and you knew the Australians were all
that, or
all fit.
they're loud. Either they're big or they're loud or they're both. Because I feel like it's very important to, like, I don't know, be respectful of other people's surroundings. So like you're not. There's some people that you're eating or you're having a drink somewhere, and then there's like a big outburst of like laughing or something like that, and then you see some people turn. But those Italians, they mind their own space, and they're respectful.
I feel like I haven't traveled as much as y'all have around the globe, but I do feel like Americans take their Americanness with them, right?
Yeah.
They do take I'm American. I don't care where I'm at. I'm American. You can't you see? I have rights.
I got the right.
Man, I had that man, when I got back, man, I felt so proud to be American when I got back, man. I felt.
Did you have a hamburger?
Super patriotic. Yeah, I had a
hamburger.
What I have a McDonald's. I had McDonald's.
But how was that? Because you just said, "Hey, we're outclassed here. We're doing this here." But why coming back? You felt that?
Because like you said, there's a pride about being from here. So like you take that pride with you. That pride isn't anywhere else. I feel like when you're here, you're like, man, I'm proud.
And that's funny. I was asking one of the guys at the gym the other day. I was like, if I had a American flag shirt and I gave it to you, would you wear it? And he goes, yeah. But there's so many people that probably wouldn't, because it's such a weird thing to be American right now. Like, you can't really wear your American flag right now because it feels like it's like you're taking a stand for something.
Or you might be associated with one particular.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but at the
area,
same time, I
but
also feel like the way he's feeling, where I'm like, I'm from here.
Yeah.
I was born here. I live here. Like,
Yeah, it's like someone asking you where you're from and you say Texas, and I feel like a lot of people, like when I'm traveling and you say Texas, like everyone says, man, you say it like with
that's
like
different.
everyone from Texas says they're from Texas with a different attitude or different energy.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, because we're proud.
I think there's Texas and there's America.
Yeah. When they ask,
We're
where you
Texan.
from? What country from? Texas.
Yeah, we're Texan.
we're separate.
But no, I mean.
So where did you hit? Where did you hit?
We landed in Rome, went up to Florence. From Florence, it's pretty much a traditional, like, it would be someone might call a traditional stay over there, because you hit like all the tourist towns.
But I've never been there. I don't know.
Yeah,
y'all have been there.
But it's Rome, Florence, Lake Como, and Venice. And we left out of Venice. It was nice, man.
You hit some great areas.
Yeah.
A couple of spots I hadn't been to, Lake Como and Venice. Those aren't for sure. Got to do it the next trip up there. But going back to it, you're right. When you're there And James, you guys observe this as well too. I mean, people are eating healthy.
Oh my God.
It's fresh
the
stuff.
food is so good.
Great. They're
They say you
walking
don't gain
around
weight there,
everywhere.
right? You don't gain
Yeah.
weight.
Well,
lost weight
the
when I was up
mindfulness of them saying like, well, there's a rule, like a unwritten rule, but they're pretty strict on it. It's, you have in the mornings or like anything before 11 a.m. you can have your cappuccino, you can have like a milk-based coffee, but after 11 a.m. you don't put any milk in your coffee. Like you don't order a cappuccino, you don't order any of that.
That's when you know you're American.
Right, if you're ordering a cappuccino past 11, because they believe that like the milk will slow down your digestive system, which is I pretty sure it's true, or they believe it and they look great, so I'm gonna believe them. That like the milk slows down your digestive system. It kind of affects your blood, the way it moves around your body, so they don't do it. It's just espresso.
Was that everywhere you went there, or is that just like
Yeah,
one
well, I
area?
mean, I stayed in Italy, so like they all live by that code.
You can't get non-dairy chocolate cold foam.
You can order it. You can you can order it, but they're just gonna look at you funny, or they'll be like, no, like you can't.
Do
Do
they have
that.
a Starbucks over there?
Yeah, they did actually.
right?
Yeah, they did.
But and so we believe that. I mean, we don't believe in. I don't believe in milk. You don't believe in
I
milk.
don't believe it exists.
Yeah, it's terrible for you. It's just I tell people that's probably the worst thing you can put in your body. Is one of the worst things besides alcohol.
I
But
think
milk is
I would say
terrible.
milk that's like normal, like a what do you call it?
Animal,
No, milk that you buy in the grocery store, not like
Whole milk.
pasteurized.
whole milk.
Yeah.
Whole milk is terrible for you because of all the pesticides they put in there and all that. But like if you get it straight from the source, I'd imagine
Well-
that's pretty good for
Well,
you.
here's the thing that people say straight
Like
from
raw
the
milk,
source.
like
Yeah.
raw milk.
People say straight from the source, and I said, yeah, but not even animals don't keep drinking milk after they've been weaned.
Cows don't drink milk.
Yeah, cows don't drink, but cats, every animal doesn't keep drinking milk after
Well,
they've
it's
been
imagine-
weaned because
right.
you don't need it. But we're the only ones that do it, and when we do it here in the United States, what are we? We're the fattest country in the world.
The cool thing too was like just going to the grocery store. We went to we got to Milan and I had to drive to Lake Como. On the way over there, since the Airbnb we were staying in, there was really nothing around there. So they recommended, hey, go to the grocery store and stock up. So we did, and first that was a whole experience in itself. It was like a mall, and with like a big Target above it in that same space. So it was weird. I didn't know where to get the cart. We'd take the cart up the escalator, and then it was just weird. But like just moving around and seeing the options they had for the things to buy, things to eat. It was just all healthy. It was like a farmer's market.
Yeah.
You had to go look for the bad food.
You had to go look for the bad food. Like I didn't see any bad
You were
food.
looking hard for
Even
the
the
bad food.
cereal, like you see cereal, it's like
grain.
wheat oat milk.
Wheat oat oats.
Yeah, and there's nothing sugary.
Videos.
Yeah, it's just the eggs are not in the fridge. They're out. Just there.
They're fresh.
I can't take my. Could I take my Wheaties there? WEEDIES.
You can't do that.
Can't eat Wheaties.
You can't
You
really
can't do
over
that.
there. You can't.
Mm-mm. I was able to find something.
Yeah.
You know what? So, man, I had a thought. What was it? Jesus, I was gonna say something about food. Oh, so when we were there, I don't eat pasta here, right? Because it just messes me up, and I feel bloated every time I eat pasta. I ate pasta almost every day over there. Never felt bad. Felt great. Was able. We came back lighter than when we left.
Yeah.
Came back lighter. We also walked a lot. That's what they do over there too. We were doing 20 to 25,000 steps a day,
Jesus.
walking around and doing
like Disney
seeing
World.
sightseeing, doing
Yeah,
that.
it's like Disney
It was great. We loved
I
it.
definitely got full. Like I was getting full, but I think that I was telling Celeste about it. The thought process behind getting full so fast was the fact that they serve you slow, and you kind of like you take your time when you're eating because I don't know. I just felt like you're the whole process
You
of when
enjoy
you
the food.
the whole process when you sit down is they assume okay, you're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just
They're
get
not
the
trying to
bill and
rush you out.
leave. So with that mindset, you're like, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm not gonna eat my food right away. So when you're eating slow, you're just getting full, and like by the time I wanted to order a different dish, I was like, man, I'm stuffed at the moment. Like I couldn't
Food's
eat.
so good over there.
And then you walk and then you feel better, but like you're not right. Like all the bad stuff we have in our food just is designed to hurt us.
I think it's all the chemicals and
Yeah,
all that.
it's
stuff
all
they have
designed. It's all
over
designed
Yeah.
to hurt us.
It's not good for us here.
You been to Italy?
Oh yeah.
Man, I'm the only one that hasn't been. I gotta make a trip. I
Yeah,
gotta make it a
you
point.
had You were gonna do that, but you went somewhere else, right? What'd y'all do? Y'all put y'all's travel things in a bowl and y'all drew.
So me and my wife, we decided to take a trip in February next year, right? But we didn't know where we were gonna go. I'm gonna take her for her birthday. My wife's birthday is on Valentine's Day, so imagine the,
No, I think that's great.
it's good, but
Two birds, one stone.
you never can do enough, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
Valentine's Day and a birthday. Think about that. Anyway, so we were like, let's take a trip. My brother's in Italy. Like, man, I gotta get out and see the world a little bit. I've been to Thailand, but that was the only. I went to Thailand before I went to Mexico. That was the whole thing. It's a weird thing, but those are the only two places.
You don't
I've
do
been.
easy trips.
Yeah. So we decided to put all these countries in my cowboy hat, and I really didn't want to go somewhere that they've been. I want to do something different.
Like Kazakhstan or
yeah, just something off the beaten path. I don't want it to be like, oh, yeah, they're gonna give me all this. Well, you gotta
Albania.
So we put a bunch of different countries in there. Some I actually really wanted to be that they've gone to, like Australia. I really wanted to go to Australia just because I hear it's nice,
Beautiful.
So we put a bunch of countries in there, and the last two were Australia and Japan, and the last one we picked out was Japan.
Wow,
So, we're
man,
going there.
dude, I've never been. I'd love to go.
That's-
Everyone
that's-
says
I would-
Japan is unbelievable, beautiful,
I'm looking up. I'm doing a lot of research
way
on
different
it.
culture, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
I'm doing a
So-
lot of research on it. The one thing I hear is kind of what he's saying, but flipped in a way. When you come back from Japan, you just can't seem to get it out of your system. The way of life over there, the culture there is so pragmatic. It's so not pragmatic, but it's so like relevant. It's so like you hold yourself to a different standard when you're there, right? Like you're respectful. It's very modest, right? Women aren't just walking around the way they walk around here. They're dressed well. It's a respectful culture. And then when you come here, you feel like you're just so uprooted from, like, you're in the trenches again. And I keep seeing that. I keep seeing how people want to go back. Like, it kind of sticks with you a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to just a total different experience,
That's
yeah,
one
that
thing
would
though.
be
You gotta get. I mean, that's extreme. Like, I feel like the customs you want to kind of research before going. Definitely want to research before going to like there, because you don't know what's disrespectful, what's not.
Yeah, because I was looking up the tattoo thing.
Well, I hear. Who is it? I know someone that I think I was watching a video, and it was a guy on YouTube who has tattoos all over, and he was talking about, hey, he had to hide them. Like when he goes to the gym, he would go to the gym there, and the looks that he would get when when the tattoos were shown, like were they weren't like comforting looks.
There's certain places where you're like, they let you know there's certain places that will prohibit you.
But
from
then those
doing
guys
stuff.
are like the best tattoo
exactly
guys in the
So
world.
It's a different thing. Like there's some areas where you don't want to go and do that. Like I forgot the name of them, but there's some bathhouses that you just won't go and they won't let you, like, be in that bathhouse unclothed or like with your top off or whatever, like because you have a bunch of tattoos. Not only that, they said you don't wear sunglasses in Japan. No one wears sunglasses in Japan because they're what they're thinking of is you're the Yakuza with the black sunglasses and tattoos, and you're trying to kind of keep it like low key. Like they kind of look at you like something's going on with you. You're a little suspect if you wear glasses in Japan. It's weird. Like they can't see your eyes. Weird. So like just little things like that. I wear sunglasses all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird thing of like how they see it, right? And tattoos and all that stuff. You gotta kind of, even my wife, I was saying you gotta kind of look how all these people are dressing, like long skirts, and it's really fashion forward, but it's appropriate. It's kind of cool as opposed to the United States.
What part of the Japan are you going?
So I'm going to fly into Tokyo, and then we're going to be there for 3 days, and then we're going to take the bullet train to Kyoto, which is two totally different things. Tokyo is like technological. It's really like modern. It's very forward thinking. I'm going to talk to robots where we're staying. Like robots take care of you and all that stuff. And then Kyoto is totally different. It's totally like classic Japan. It's a lot of like, it's a lot of temples. You're going to be visiting temples in Tokyo too, but Kyoto is very like, you're going to see people in traditional Japan clothing, very quiet, very serene, so it's two totally different extremes. They were saying you got to see both.
What I highly recommend is use ChatGPT to book your itinerary, because
that's what I did.
Mine was spot on by the minute, and it was like a collaboration between me and my boy Chat, and it was like we're just going back and forth the whole time about like, well, is this going to work because the check-in time is this time, but I take the train during here. Like, am I going to have time to check in or that? And that was perfect. It made traveling so much easier.
The only
So
thing
that ChatGPT was
Was
your travel agent,
Was my travel agent,
your valet.
Yeah, it was like it was a collaboration with me and researching, and then I was like, well, what about this? And it was like talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And man, by the minute it was on the money every single time from when I landed to when I left. It was perfect. So it made traveling a lot easier because I wasn't like, man, well, this train is at this time. I'll just look at my list that I already had, and it was perfect.
I've been running things through ChatGPT too.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
You don't need a travel agent anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm looking forward to it. February's gonna be
This
cool.
episode is being sponsored by Pepe's Air Travel. Travel agents.
By ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, traveling's cool, man. I mean, I haven't done enough of it. You know,
One thing was cool was we're in Florence, and they have like the best sandwiches in the world, and
Sandwiches.
They had I asked for a sandwich. They didn't know what I was talking about. And we're in line. It's like a popular spot to go and get a sandwich, and the line wasn't too long, but it was a decent.
It wasn't 3 long.
It wasn't 3 long. It was too long.
Too long.
And we're probably in the line for like 15 minutes, and I'm noticing, man, this line's not moving at all. Like, man, what's going on? Meanwhile, there's like a group of locals just like on the side, and they're just, you could drink beer and you can, I never smoked a cigarette in my life, but those cigarettes look pretty good. They make them look good over there.
Never burned a dart.
Yeah, no, never. But I would I should have over there. So some locals looking at us, like 10 guys just kind of drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. And after like 10 minutes of them still sitting there, and, I don't know how long they were sitting there, but they were there for a while. Like, man, what's going on? This line's not moving. I look in, there's no one in there. They all put their cigarettes out, their beer, and then they walk in. It was the workers. The workers were there the whole time for 30 minutes, is making us wait. But I wasn't mad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they don't care. But I admired the fact that like
They don't care.
their time is valuable and they care about their time first. Like if they're gonna work, it's on their time, and they all put their
There was
cigarettes
no
out.
sign,
No, it was just that I was like, man, what's going on? Like,
And you didn't bother to go ask them ahead of time? Or
no.
anything?
Well, I didn't know who they were.
Was everyone else in line just cool?
Yeah,
with it?
we're all cool, and there were some guys like what, like these are the workers. So you see like some Americans kind of like look around.
You know
all
what's funny
suspicious.
is he sees that and he probably says, "Man, they really care about this stuff." Meanwhile, these guys who are from there, they're probably thinking, "These lazy ass guys, they don't care." But they should be working, right? Like he's taking
Right.
it away as an American, like, wow, this is an experience.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, these guys are just
Where's the
being
customer
lazy.
service?
Yeah, they're probably
these guys are just being really lazy.
This
Yeah,
guy
but
doesn't want our business.
yeah, right.
Like these
but-
guys are just like, man, these guys are half.
But I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, it made me realize, like, man, if they're gonna do something, it's because they really want to do it. And if they're gonna take time off, they're gonna take time off. Like,
Yeah.
you wait on them.
like that's what he got from.
So
there.
how was the experience of the sandwich? Was it good?
Oh my gosh,
He keeps talking about it.
Tastes
When
like
did you get
cigarettes.
back?
I went back the next day.
When,
Huh?
when did you get back?
2 days ago.
Yeah, but
yesterday.
he
Tasted like
sent me pictures to
cigarettes.
us how good the sandwich was, and then since he's got back, he's talked about.
Man, it was so good. I went back the next day.
I
and
told him he should.
It was crazy.
We should call or get someone to. You know how they put them, they freeze them and send them to you.
Yeah.
You get them the next day. You
Yeah,
should try
I
with
do.
them.
Man, it
Yeah.
was.
We
it
should
was-
order some.
it
and
was-
start trying.
just go to
Unbelievable.
Zito's.
We'll just
go to Zito's.
We'll just
I
go.
will say though,
We'll go to Zito's.
the Zito's Serious competes with that sandwich that I had.
Mm.
But the ingredients, the bread, like everything, you could just tell is top
Yeah.
notch, top notch over there.
Zito's, the Sirius is.
And that, and
serious one.
everyone knows about the service there too. Like the service, they don't. Also, like if you're getting good service in Italy, that means that they truly want to serve you right. But I mean, that's not what they do though. I mean, they're just there. They put the
just
menu
doing their
down.
own
They
thing,
walk
yeah.
away. 15 minutes later, they're gonna ask what you want. They'll give you water, and then they're gonna leave. 15 minutes later, okay, what do you want? So we ended up ordering as soon as they showed up. But
Is there a
don't
language
care.
barrier? Hard language barrier?
not where we went, because we went to a lot of tourist spots, so they speak English. But I went to Lake Como, and we stayed in a village of like 400 people, and that was really, I didn't see anybody for 3 days, but the people I did see, like, you just knew they didn't know English at all. But why should
They
they?
never heard English.
Why
They
should
were
they?
like Americano.
Yeah. Why should they?
That's fine.
I want the
Even the dog was walking around like this.
yeah. I want the
Yeah.
cappuccino.
Yeah.
Did they say?
I want the
what
Al
do you want?
Pacino.
Huh?
The waiter say, "What do you want?" Is that how they take your order?
Yeah. They're like they say prego. which means like, all right, like go ahead. I mean, that word means so many different things,
That's
but
what Plego means. Vámonos.
That's vámonos.
yeah, pretty much.
Well,
But-
look,
You were there
look
2
at you
weeks.
boys, world
Yeah.
travelers, Italy, Japan,
Yeah, I'm gonna look forward. I mean, I'm
Corpus.
looking forward to it.
Corpus, yeah,
I'm looking forward.
parts
to
unknown.
I want to.
Yeah.
That's. You went to before that Thailand before, which is I think
it. That's a culture shock.
That's
I've
what
talked
I would
about
love
that
to-
before.
I would love
but-
to go to Thailand.
But
Wow.
that's on a bucket list for a lot
Is
of
it,
people.
is it a
man.
comfortable place to go, like to go and get comfort
So-
and relax, or are you just always like in?
From what I remember, it was a while back, but from what I remember, like it was just culture shock, like where I'm like, you know,
Well, that was your
there's-
first place
That was
you
my
ever-
first time I've ever
yeah.
been out
Ever been
overseas.
anywhere.
First time,
Not even a
anywhere.
warm up in Mexico.
I hadn't been to Mexico yet. I went to Thailand first, right?
Jesus.
So like, it was just a weird culture shock. Every person that looked like me, like my skin color, I would look and I would think American, and they're from somewhere else. Like I don't even understand the
They
language.
thought
The
I was. They
Maldives.
thought I was from Afghanistan over
Yeah, I
there.
can see
They
that.
thought I was Afghanistan.
Really?
Afghanistanese.
What are they saying? They're talking to
Well,
you.
I went to the
Were they
gelato
running
spot.
the other way when they saw you?
I went to gelato spot and they saw me in Celeste, and the guy was our skin tone, and he's like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Oh, we're from the United States." And he's like, "Well, where?" And he said, "Oh, I was Texas." And he said, "Oh, okay. You look like you're from Afghanistan." And I said, "Yeah, I can see that. I can see that." And they said she looked Persian.
Yeah.
But they think you're from the other side of the world. They don't think you're
They have
from.
different
They don't think you're
associations.
Mexican. That's for sure.
Yeah, they have different associations.
Yeah.
So that's what I had. I walked in there and I'm thinking, or I was there and I'm thinking, no one speaks English there. No one. Like where I was, no one was there. I was in Bangkok. And there's people that speak English, of course, but like no one I walked into. Like I was getting taxis and all that, showing them the card. Take me here, right? I don't even know. Take me here. So like it was a culture shock. It didn't feel comfortable because
Yeah.
you're still trying to adapt, right?
Yeah.
But some of the best food I've had, I went to Phuket Island, the nicest beach I've been to still. I would go back, honestly. It just took forever to get there, but my wife won't let me go back.
Wow.
I went with somebody else, so now it's off limits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
The
Thailand's
country's
off.
off limits.
The whole country's locked down.
You guys, maybe at some point in time you can make some new history out there.
Maybe.
Right?
I
Make your own.
gotta convince her. Japan is
maybe
new.
we all go together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be different.
That would be really
We
fun.
might have to have a meeting out there.
It's super nice there, and man, you can live like a king with what you got in your pocket.
That's what I hear.
That lint,
You know?
don't throw that lint away.
no,
It's
I'm
worth.
not.
It's at least 20
The lint
baht.
in your belly button, don't throw it away.
It's
right?
20
No.
baht over there. You know what I mean?
No, I
But what?
About what?
I've got a friend that a friend of mine. We were coworkers down in Corpus Christi at the American Bank Center, and he's living out in Thailand.
Wow.
His retired life, just
Who's
enjoying
this?
it.
No, no.
You can go with what you got right now, and you're fine.
He still has his,
You know.
he still has his parts.
yeah.
Yeah, just making sure.
Well, then I
You never know when you go to
I
Thailand. You
don't
never know
know
what the
I don't know.
what's on the
you know,
itinerary.
but you know the Italians, once they find out, you know, that you even tell them, hey, I'm from Texas, but I'm Mexican American nationality.
That's what. Yeah.
They're like, you know,
I did.
like a brother.
Some
kind
people.
of a
Yeah. There was
thing.
there was two servers, but one in particular, we were sitting down and it was kind of like just having a nightcap. There was perfect setting. The band was right there. I had my little wine, and the guy comes up, and this guy was like, he was ready to like the best service we had was with this one guy, and he's younger guy, and he's like, hey, the first thing he said, where are you from? And I said, oh, Texas, and he's like, oh, some of my family's from California. Oh, we're gonna take. He assumed Mexican, I guess, but he's like, oh, my family's from California. Hey, anything you need, just let me know. Like, you could just tell the energy just shifted.
Yeah.
After I guess he assumed that I had Mexican blood in me
Yeah.
or something like that. But you could tell that
Yeah.
the energy definitely changed.
Well, the Italians love the Mexicans. Mexicans love Italians. It's, you know,
yeah, I felt it during
Yeah.
that moment.
they're really cool, man. I'm
So
excited for you.
one of the main reasons, you haven't said it on this podcast yet, but one of the main reasons why you got away is because it's pretty much your baby moon. That was pretty much
Yeah.
like a baby moon like vacation.
Yeah, that wasn't.
you
It
have-
wasn't
It wasn't planned. 'cause
originally planned that
you
way.
planned the trip before you found out, right?
We booked the flights the day before we found out that Celeste was pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. So we booked the flight, and the next day, she surprised me with the pregnancy test, and we're like, well, obviously very excited. And then we're like, oh shoot, we're going to Italy, but then it just shifted mindset a little.
Was
bit.
there a time period when you guys, are we still on for Italy? Or,
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like, well, what do we do? Is it the right time to go? But yeah, she's just gonna have wine, which she was a little bummed out about.
Well, she
but
can
it's
have
fine.
one glass, right? I think.
She could have, but I mean, she was just not.
Yeah.
She was not.
I understand.
You don't be one
About
of
it.
those.
You
You,
gotta
know, you don't be
respect
one of those
Yeah.
those new moms. You don't have one of those moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But I'm like, but my thing was like, because we went to the doctor a while back before we went, and in my head I'm like, you know, they say stay away from raw fish. Do you think the Japanese are doing that about their food? There's no way the Japanese are like,
But
the
it's
women are like,
different
well, I
raw
can't
fish over
I can't touch that raw fish. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
sure they're
different.
eating it. The people in Italy, there's so many sick, like, I'm kind of
Did you
reminding
see
me of
anybody
Vegas.
pregnant eating or
Yeah.
drinking?
Oh no, I didn't see anyone, but I felt like there was a lot of pregnant women there, but the cigarettes are like insane. Like, everyone's smoking a cigarette. Like even
they smoke
even like
like-
15, 16-year-olds
They
smoking
smoke
cigarettes.
like they used to smoke here back
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
70s
right.
and
Yeah,
80s, right?
def-
Everybody was smoking.
Definitely,
Or 60s,
but
maybe.
like I went. It's funny. We were sitting at a rooftop bar, and as soon as we get there, there's a guy like probably we have a table like this, and there's probably two guys like y'all facing the other way, but he's holding a cigar, and the cigar is going right towards Celeste. So I told the guys, hey, you mind if we move? She's pregnant. They're like, oh, of course, no problem. That's another thing too. They love, like, if they find out you're pregnant, they're taking good care of you, good service. So they're, oh, of course, no problem, no problem. They move us over there, and then there's a group of 4 people smoking cigarettes. They're like, you can't get away from it.
and a rooftop bar.
But
right?
my thought is like, how did they view cigarettes if you're pregnant? Like, they probably don't care. They're
Yeah,
like,
probably.
they don't care.
So
at all.
they let you? Can you smoke inside the restaurant? Inside the restaurant?
Not inside.
No.
You can't do
Not
it
inside,
okay.
but I mean
I
outside.
thought maybe they hadn't changed that.
And again, I mean, I'm not a cigarette guy, but man, I think they look enjoyable.
Nah,
They
that's
looked
the worst
enjoyable.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Back
it
when I
is.
had
It is, but I'm like, it's a nostalgic smell for me. I don't view it. I'm like, oof.
So like, what things do you think, like mental health, right? So like, what things do you think you brought back with you that you would incorporate into your life that you saw there? Like you're saying, they're really valuing their time.
Yeah,
All those things, right?
yeah. I think it's like, and we've gotten a good taste about it, a good taste for it because we work for ourselves. But it's like, it's treasuring time. It's like I mean, it doesn't sound too dramatic, but like, if they're gonna do it, it's because they want to do it, not because they're being told to do it or they have to do something. It's almost like they come first.
And that is pretty much like the American dream, almost, right? To get to that point where you value yourself and your time.
They don't
first.
value the dollar as the way we do. Like, again, like the people that are working in the hotels or like restaurants, they're not fighting for your tip.
Yeah.
They don't care. You're not tipping them. I mean, if it's really good service, yeah, you tip them some money. And I'm not gonna lie, I took advantage of that no tip thing every now and then. But
Yeah, they have a no tip thing, right?
but
I forgot about that.
after a while they're like, well, tip's not included, and but here you go, you can pay. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, add $10 to it or something like that. And they're very appreciative of that.
Not like- oh my God! Like now,
It's
they give you
sick.
stuff that says tip no matter what.
The
It's
self
included.
checkout person said
Yeah.
the self checkout machine asked for
Yeah,
a tip the other day.
and they always say something really cute like the drive-through, right, or
Can I ask
something
you a
like
quick
that.
question?
Yeah.
Here you go, sir. And all you got, it's going to ask you a
It's
question
asked you
or two.
one question. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, so my
I
whole
always say I don't answer questions.
And it starts at 15 now,
yeah.
and it goes up
If
to
you're
like
lucky,
30.
you see
If you're
15.
lucky, you see 15.
Some they
I don't
start
see
at 20.
15.
Yeah.
They start at 20.
But
Now, on the flip side, though, right, for people that work in the
But
service
maybe they don't- I mean,
industry,
yeah, you're right. There's a
it's
flip
rough, it's tough. They
Yeah.
do a lot of work. They put up with a lot of
Yeah.
BS. I understand it. I get it.
I didn't make you work there.
What was that?
I didn't make her work there, right? Like
I
it's like
understand,
you have
but-
the choice.
Right,
I know, but still,
but
you
they're
got-
working there and they're trying to earn,
Yeah.
just like everybody, and so it's a difficult. I mean,
But in
Okay,
Europe,
so-
they don't do that though, right?
well,
You don't-
again, a lot of them
you
are.
tip if you want. You
Yeah,
don't
you
have
tip if you want. You don't have to.
Which might make you want to tip more if you have good service, as opposed to
Well, yeah,
it's
but
Well,
excellent service.
that's
Think about
that's
that,
the thing
right?
about, like, if you're getting really good attentive service, it's because they genuinely want to do that. That's not because they're fighting for your money.
yeah.
It's because they're on salary or
It
like
comes from a
they're on
different-
salary. They're probably living with, it's like you said, it's common for them to probably live with their parents at a older age, or their house is already. The money isn't. They're not fighting for money.
but it could
know.
be part of it why they those guys at the sandwich shop.
Yeah.
We're outside taking a break.
Yeah, because
It's
I'm
part
not
of-
working for y'all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm just I'm
I'm
gonna
getting
take a
paid
break.
either way.
Yeah, I'm getting paid either way. I'm not.
I'm
working
gonna
for y'all.
smoke my cigarette,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
And y'all can
talk
stay
to
right
my
there and watch
buddies
me do
and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was that was the cool part. I think was just
Would you go back? You'd go back?
yeah. I'll go back for sure. I'll go back.
Mm.
Probably not as long as 2 weeks, but I'll go back for sure.
So I keep seeing these people from Japan saying they just want to go right back, right? Like they don't want to. They almost didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
How soon would you go back? You think? Like is that like when you take a break?
I don't feel like I need to go back right away because I like the American soil too much.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So it's gonna be at least
2 years.
minimum.
Is that soon? Yeah, minimum 2.
Minimum
Well,
2 years.
currently where
Yeah.
my stage of life is
Right.
at right now, minimum
Yeah,
2 years.
Yeah,
You
But-
probably ain't going
but
to
if-
for a
the
while.
baby's gonna be a year old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
been there for a
right. I
while.
mean,
Yeah.
it's not. But if if that wasn't the case,
My daughter's 6 months, and I feel like it's just hard going to dinner, much less. That's why we were like, let's just go. Like, F it. Let's just go. You know what I mean? So, yeah. February.
Well, that's what happens when you start. Everyone remembers the first kid that you have, that first pregnancy. I mean, you're learning. It's all about caution. Doctor says this. I'm following this. I'm doing all that. Blah blah blah. Everybody's feeding all this stuff, but you do what you want. You do you, right?
Yeah.
You do you. The second one comes, or you have 3 or 4 after that. It's just it's
yeah,
It is what it is.
we're taking them to the restaurant with us.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
He's gonna have to deal.
They have to deal with it, right? If they're crying, well, hey,
Yeah.
give them a bottle.
Go
I
play
mean,
outside.
huh?
Yeah.
Go play outside.
Go play outside. Right.
You're a year old. Go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. But-
Only thing though that you didn't get to do when you were again, maybe I would take the Italy thing, but we had Spurs training, right? So we've been training the Spurs for a month.
I missed what 2 sessions?
Two sessions, yeah, and good sessions. I think they were like as they were revving up towards the
They were pumped up, excited.
yeah, which
It was a
great.
different energy with those guys. They
It
were
was
like
great,
all
yeah.
in, right?
Really?
It was different just because these guys are so young and we didn't know a lot of them, right? This is like one of the, like they said, this is the first media day that they had without Pop, Tony, Tim, Manu, right? Like all of them are gone now,
Wow.
right? Even Pop for the most part. We didn't see Pop, which is different.
Yeah, every year we saw Pop.
And these guys are so young and so athletic that it just felt like everyone's hungry. Like, the first day was just like, whoa, we saw Wemby and we're like, this guy is massive now. Like, he just felt bigger and he felt like stronger.
Yeah,
He looks. Yeah.
and just the way he wants to learn everything is like it translates and it oozes out of him, and every player takes that and runs with it too.
Where was he? And was he in Thailand? Was he in Thailand when he went to travel?
China.
In China.
China.
He was in China.
Yeah, he was in China.
Okay. Well, he learned all. He really like.
He seems like one of those guys that jumps in and he wants to jump in all the way.
Yeah.
Like he wants
Yeah.
to know what he's doing.
How did he do with the sparring this year versus last year?
So it was a big jump. I think his body was better. His body's better, way better this year. But
Yeah.
I think he just comes across as this guy who, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it right. Again, the way we do this is we catch them during their off season, and they start training, and they're running fives, they're doing practice, and then they come see us. So they're already kind of,
Warmed up and
warmed
sweating.
up, and they're already sweating. They're ready towards the end or whatever, right, of their workout. I think that may be the last thing they do besides lifting or whatever, but like therapy. But when we're there, we see them kind of at the end of their workout,
Yeah.
and they're gassed already. So now we're really putting it on, like, well, come on, you got to fight now or
Yeah.
whatever. And Wemby was just kind of like, he was always there. He hit every day. And I think there was a couple of guys that did it every day, but it's rare when you see the number one guy do it every day.
Mhm.
Like, even when we had Tim there, it was like, is he going to do it? I don't know if he's going to do it. We knew Wemby was going to do it every time.
Yeah.
And
But Tim did it every time. Tim was always
just about.
Yeah.
I would say he did just about. For a little bit, he would watch the other guys do it, but Wemby is one of those guys, he wants to jump in with everybody. Like, he's doing mitts all the time. Like,
So we asked him. I had asked him one of the sessions, because I was curious. I was like, "Are y'all done after this?" And he's like, "Yeah. After this, we'll go home." I'm like, "What do you do? What do you do from after this? Like, what's your day look like?" And he's like, "Well, I'll go home, I'll nap, I'll go come back, shoot, and go to sleep and do it all over again." I'm like, "Man," I'm like, "You a coffee guy? Like, do you like coffee?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like coffee, but I don't drink it." I'm like, "Oh, why don't you drink it?" He's like, "I don't want to be I don't want to feel like I need anything.
Dependent on.
Yeah, I don't want to be dependent on anything. And I was like, yeah, I get that. That's pretty cool too. Like
He
that's,
comes off as that.
but I'm like, man, that's a different type of locked
mentality.
in. It's like
I was reading an article this morning on The Athletic that I'm trying to remember. He and a lot of guys are doing this new type of training called CLA, and I need to look it up, see what that. It's an acronym, but it's a different type of a training. So versus just running a particular kind of a drill. And it goes with everything you guys are saying about Wimby, that he's always wanting to try new things. And
It seems like it.
yeah, and right. And so Oklahoma City Thunder as a team, a lot of international, a lot of big time sports guys are doing this CLA type of training now. And really the premise behind it is that it's to kind of mix up your routine of what you do. And it's not the same thing over and over again. And it's maybe coming up with different methods. Like if you see the basket a certain way, he might want to do a Euro step to try to go this way, but he might have a blank open canvas open on this side. So it's training the mind to act spontaneously, to readjust with the environment around him. So they create different obstacles for the environment around him to not just do the same perfect
right.
movement all the time. And so I didn't finish the entire article yet because I had to prepare for a meeting, but it was just fascinating, man. But it goes to everything you're saying about Wimby.
Yeah, and again, he's not the only one we see. We see a bunch of these Spurs players, but he's the standout just because you can tell he is the number one guy.
You know why he's the number one.
You know
I mean,
why.
other than the obvious.
But the work ethic he's put in. I said this on my Instagram story last week, but our last, this podcast comes out a week after, but the last time we saw them was 2 Mondays ago, I believe, the last session we had with them. And he was the last one to take the gloves off. We were there.
Mm-hmm.
He was the last guy to take the gloves off. He was the last one to leave there. And everyone who stopped, because there's like a stopping point. They want him to stop around an hour or so. We're with them for an hour each day. And there was a stopping point came, and he was with our guy Jeremiah. He was with our one of our trainers, and they kept going. He just wanted to do more.
When you're in an auto accident, you shouldn't be concerned with legal runarounds, just real advice. You deserve an attorney ready to work for you, an attorney that won't back down.
I've lost loved ones due to the negligence of others. If you or a loved one has been injured in an auto accident, I want to be there for you.
Raul B. Rodriguez and his team care about ensuring you and your family are represented, whether on the road or in the workplace. Raul is real, and Raul won't back down. Call 210-899-0300 to schedule a free consultation.
He just wanted to do more and do more. And all the guys, like the majority of the Spurs, stayed and watched him do it. This is the last session. And we were just like, this guy's not stopping. Like, he's already had a whole thing, and he keeps wanting more. Like,
and the reason why is he's the only guy who asks why. Like, why do I do this? And like, you tell him a concept, hey, like, just for this quick little circuit, we're gonna work on this. And you see his head just do that, and he's like, okay. And then he's like, when you talk, he's really like taking in what you're saying.
He's got a good process.
Like, you'll tell him something, and he'll wait like 2 seconds before he responds. It's weird. He's
like he asked me, so when can I come to y'all's gym? And I'm like, yeah, we have a gym. Like, we're right here, Broadway and 410. And he's like, I don't even know if he knew where it was, right? I don't know if he knows the city right now. But I was just like, yeah, we're right here. And he goes, okay.
Behind Canes. Oh, yeah.
And he goes, so what about sparring? And I was like, yeah, like I don't know when we were going to spar, but I was like, yeah, you could spar him, like whatever. And he goes, what's the process like? And he's asking that question just in training, like he's not a boxer. Like he doesn't want to, he has to go shoot right now, right? But he's asking these questions, and I was telling him, well, what you're learning here right now, like, do you see how you're getting really close to me? Like, why am I able to touch your body? Aren't you 7'4"? Why aren't you keeping me out? These little ideas that we're going over, you would have to put this into sparring. Why would you let the guy get so close? And he's processing it, and he's like, oh yeah, like, so he has a fast processor. You can tell that everything he does is very intricate. Like he wants to know why he's doing everything. Just like my brother was saying, it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Tim.
Tim was the same way. Yeah. We would train Tim, and he was trying to throw his 1-2 right uppercut, hook right, or whatever, right? But because of his knees were bad, he couldn't always dip down and come up, so he had to kind of lean back and throw an uppercut. I was telling him about we were trying to do the combination, and he couldn't do it. And I said, that's okay, we'll do something. He goes, no, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like he goes, no, let's do it till we get it right. I was like, wow, okay. And this is just for boxing, but he had that process like I'm gonna do it right no matter what until we go to the next one.
When you're around these guys, like my brother was saying, when you're around these guys, you can tell like who's who and why they got there and all of that. Just because you see these certain attributes that aren't common, right? Like there's these little,
They stand
like,
out.
They stand out.
above
Then
the
not
others.
just because he's 7'4". There's a lot of tall guys.
he
There's a lot of
he
tall
stands
guys
out.
in basketball that we've trained and all that.
Yeah.
But like you could see like, okay, he's carrying himself this way, and you could feel it when he walks in. But it was really cool. It's a cool experience because he said this offseason was his best offseason, like his toughest offseason.
Yeah, right. That's
And it's not
what I
just
read.
because of the boxing workout. He did so many things, right? But just to
did
be
everything.
for us to be a part of that offseason.
But it also seems that, but he also had a life-altering experience last year.
Yeah.
And so for him, it's cherishing those moments, thinking about it, because, when you got a blood clot, thank God they caught it when they did. You just don't know.
That's what he was saying at the media day. He was like, life isn't guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. Like he almost had his career taken away.
Yes.
And that's one of those things. I think he's definitely, you could see how he's approaching life differently. Even the trip to China, right? He said he came back and he has a different perspective of life. It's a different culture there. He's grasping a lot of things.
That's why sometimes even just traveling around, if you're able to travel to different countries, you learn a lot. I love being in Australia. When I was in Australia, I was like, man, that was
You were out back?
beautiful.
Yeah.
It just the people there are so nice. The food's great, everything, but the people love Texans for sure.
Yeah. A lot of similarities,
Yeah,
though.
and you always like that was just a beautiful place, and that's one place I would like to go back. But man, everyone was nice, everybody, and again, you knew who the Americans were when they were there, because everybody's fit over there.
Yeah.
Going back to the Spurs thing, we've trained them for a little bit, but this year, do you see any standout guys that you were like, besides Wemby, did you see any standout guys you got your hands on? That were
Well, one
impressing
guy
you?
that I was working with that was fun to work with, although he needs some footwork practice, was Luke Cornett,
Yeah.
the
Big
guy
guy.
who's going to be helping out Wemby.
Oh yeah,
He
he's
loved
nice.
it.
Yeah,
A lot of the guys loved it, but it was fun working with him because I knew he can benefit from it. Like, I mean, they all can, but his feet were just so bad that I was like, all right, perfect. Like, we found something that you really need to focus on. And just making a move. Like, a lot of it wasn't what you're really just throwing punches, but it was just, okay, what do you do after you throw? Like, let's make sure we move, make sure we shuffle the feet. And his shuffling was just was not it.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, cool. Like, this is something that you really need to benefit from. So and he noticed it too. He saw it right away. He was like, wow, my feet are not reacting the way I want them to. But he was fun. He was really fun to work with. A lot of guys, a lot of the young guys, like you said, they all had a different attitude this year, and it was more, and compared to maybe 2 years ago, where it was more like their age and their I don't know, they're just a little bit more immature, I think.
Yeah.
Putting it bluntly. Now
I think
it's,
there's a lot more expectation this year.
yeah, you could feel like, okay, we can probably do something. Like they can do it. And they're all, you could tell the camaraderie with all of them is very, very good. Like you
all
can tell
friends.
they
They all
like
hang out.
being with each other.
Yeah.
And for all these new guys to be jumping in the team with more new guys but a little more experience, I'm like, wow, they built a connection pretty quickly.
definitely.
You could almost feel the teamwork that
That's a
they
team.
had together.
That was a
As
team.
You
It's a
could
team,
see
yeah.
it and feel
It's
it.
gonna be
Like,
scary, man. The defense
I
on
think
the
they're gonna
defensive end, they're gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, they're
Dangerous.
focusing on that as a core,
Yeah,
right?
man, they're gonna be.
Mitch was
dangerous.
talking about that on media day.
He was.
Kelly Olynyk is with the Spurs now, and that's a huge veteran that is unbelievable basketball player who's going to space out the floor, who's another big that can help Wemby out. But, man, we're going to defensively, this will be a dangerous team.
I was really fun. It was really fun to work with Steph Castle. Castle was really cool. Like, he's like a really cool guy, real down to earth. He's not as tall as I thought he would be. But he's like, man, you're looking at this guy and you're like, man, you're a rookie of the year last year. Like, damn, like this guy was good. Like, just right in front of me. He ain't that big of a guy. He's really good at boxing. His reactions are great. Him and I would say Julian Champagny.
I was just going to say him too.
Julian Champagny is good, like reaction wise. Like he sees it.
It's hard to
like,
hit.
He hard to hit.
Very hard to hit.
Real hard to hit. Me, like, doing this for a living, like doing mitts and trying to hit guys for a living. They're just like, they can see it.
They
They're
have
real
that,
reactive.
They have that twitch.
Wow.
Real reactive. Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't really seen too many guys that I thought needed a whole lot of work. Julian Champagny had done it for a while. He's been with the team for a while, so he does it every year. Steph Castle, I didn't expect to be that great. I didn't expect him. Did we do him last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only like once or twice.
Yeah.
Like, he was with us every session this time.
Yeah, this time he hit every session. He was good. Like, he was like, man, he was my standout. Outside from Wemby and all that, Wemby's Wemby. But, like, Steph Castle was definitely one of those guys that was like, okay, he's locked in. With everyone he went to, he was just really locked in. It was nice. It was good to see.
Any of the coaching staff partake?
No, they didn't do it this year. Usually sometimes the coaching staff will hop in and all that, but we just had straight Spurs this year.
It was
They
fun.
had the team.
It was really fun. It was a time of every year where we
You look
kind of
forward
light
to it.
up. I mean,
Yeah.
we're obviously when we're there, it's work and yeah, we get to talk to them and we don't see them like the way they are, but we're the biggest Spurs fans you could probably meet.
Yeah.
Right.
And when we're there, like he said, it's work. We're
You're
there
not
to
shaking like a leaf or anything like
No.
that when you meet these guys?
No, like we're there to help. We're there for a purpose.
Yeah.
We're there to serve them and
Yeah.
to help them get better.
Well,
Anyway,
you
we
guys have
can.
been doing it how many years now, James?
It's been more than 20 because if you started 99, it's already 2025.
Yeah, I think we did 99. Well, I don't
That
know
was. They were
I'm
just
not-
training with you.
Yeah, but I'm not sure we did 99, 2000. I'm not sure we did that. I think we came back in 04. After that, I think.
remember
No, I
05.
think we stayed with them, right?
I don't know.
I think we stayed doing them 99.
It's been over 20 years for
Yeah.
sure. Every year, consistent. But so like I have video of me doing mitts with Steven Jackson.
Wow.
And Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, like just the opportunity that we've had with this team has been just amazing, and it's been great, and I'm glad they like it. Even for Wemby to tell us, hey, I want to go visit the gym.
Yeah.
Just
Well, but you know that it's just that feedback that they were hearing back then and the benefit that Pop saw that what you all were providing to the team, and that's why you've been doing it for this long. And
it's really,
That's awesome.
it's really fun.
And when that's the whole thing is when you see like the front office come and be like, hey, are y'all in yet? Like, are y'all good for this year? Like, just reassuring us that like, hey, like we need y'all in there. Not like, hey, oh, well, we don't have to reach out to them ever.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, they reach out to us. They seek us.
We didn't know if we were going to do it this year because
Yeah.
it was a little late. We didn't hear anything from them, which we usually do. And we didn't hear anything this year. And we had an event that we had gotten invited to for the Hill Country. It was a fundraiser. And we ran into R.C. Buford. And right away, he's like, it was right before the off-season training, maybe the next week. And we hadn't heard anything. And he asked my dad, he goes, have y'all gotten them working? And he was like, we haven't heard anything. Like, I don't know. The guy gets on the phone, calls his guys, and tells him Monday. We're gonna start on Mondays. And sure enough, it was like it was needed. Like
It's kind of a big deal.
yeah,
yeah, RC.
yeah, no doubt.
Well, they see the benefit from it. There's a benefit from it.
Yeah, of
and
course.
it's also a thing to get the guys thinking away from just thinking basketball to do something else and to treat for them too. What guy does not want to hit mitts and hit bags or whatever, right? It's that testosterone that we have in us that we just want to hit something, right?
Yeah.
Mitts and learn something different. They're in basketball mode all year long just about, and this is something to separate that, and that's
It's
going to help you,
competitive,
and
but
it's going to help you in basketball.
But the fun
right?
part too is telling them like how it translates. Like while we're working with them, there was one guy. He's actually from San Antonio. Really, really nice guy. I can't remember his name, but I was telling
Jose?
him. Yeah, it was Jose. Yeah. I was telling making the comparison of timing and how timing is more important than speed. And I was giving him an example on the court. Like if you see the ball on one end of the court and you're seeing the ball be swung to the other side, and you're going to deflect it because you're guarding your guy, and that pass is coming to your guy, and you deflect it. It wasn't the speed; it was the timing of the timing of you jumping in. So I was like, it's the same thing we're doing here. I don't need the fastest punch. I need the perfectly timed punch. And you just see them like, oh, okay, I see I see why I'm doing this now. So that was fun making those comparisons.
Yeah, it was like when I told Julian Champagny, you have a jab step in basketball, don't you? Like that's your jab step. Like there's already a commonality there. You're already using boxing lingo. Oh, that's how I step into my jab. And it's just funny how I always say basketball and boxing go hand in hand a lot. You know what I mean? It is one on one.
Boxing and a lot of sports go hand in hand, which is fun.
Yeah, it helps a lot, But yeah, we're always grateful to be able to help out our team. It's always the highlight of my summer.
Thank you, RC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Thank you
awesome,
to the
man.
Holtz too and all that.
Yeah.
That's
know.
awesome.
For sure.
Well, I know that we, since we last all had a chance to kind of sit down and talk, boxing's world of professional boxing's always evolving and changing,
is.
right? Now we got Zuffa Boxing. They got their new TV deal with Paramount.
They got their new
Plus.
belts.
They
too.
got their new belts, and like, what are y'all's thoughts on all of that?
They're not using WBC anymore. Like the Zuffa Boxing, they're making their own belts.
They make their own belts.
Yeah.
No BC, no WBA.
It makes sense to me why they would do that though. It's like if you're trying to separate yourself from the like what boxing is right now, it makes sense not to use their belts. Why would you?
Well,
I don't like
So
it.
they're using their own belts, and then they're using ring belts.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
With
So,
ring, yeah.
ring.
I mean, it's all about money.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen now is they're going to try to create their own champions, right?
Yes.
And so what the bottom line is, they don't have to pay another organization sanctioning fees.
Right.
They want to keep the money. So now they're gonna. So now guys that want to fight or become champions pay them sanctioning fees.
Yeah.
That's
right.
what people don't know.
It's just a money thing.
People don't know that. Like when you win a belt, you gotta pay. Like you gotta.
So
pay to
if
hold
you're
the
a
belt.
champion and when you defend your belt, there's a percentage that goes to sanctioning fees to their organization. That's how
Right.
they make all their money. That's how they get to
Yeah.
do what they do.
That's why they have so
Travel the-
many world title bouts.
Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
out,
great
it's out of your
business
purse,
move.
right?
It's a
Isn't
great
it come out-
business. It's
Comes
a
out of
business.
your purse, right? Or no?
Comes out of your purse, yeah. And then the challenger. So say you're getting $1 million for your fight. I think I forgot what the percentage was. You pay a percentage to the sanctioning fee. You're a challenger. You're fighting for the belt. You pay your sanctioning fees. Now, if he's a undisputed world champion, he has 4 or 5 belts. Well, he's gonna pay 4 or 5 sanctioning fees, and you're gonna do the same thing to fight for that belt.
Wow.
So that sanctioning body is making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that's why
Good
they
business.
travel all over the world. They're everywhere. But WBC, I was WBC world champion. I love them. They're great people, But it's a business.
Yeah.
How do you think they do those WBC conventions overseas all the time?
Yeah,
You know.
they spend some money.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, they're Mauricio Suleiman is doing a
Yeah, he's done a great
top-notch
yeah.
job, man. He knows how to market and sell, and
Every fighter wants to be a WBC world champion.
And that's
They
what
want
I
that
was
green
thinking
belt.
about
it's
with
the
this new
standard
belt.
right now. It really is the gold standard.
How does this new belt overshadow the WBC? Maybe it just doesn't. That's not their
It's
intention.
just gonna be another world title. It's just gonna be another
Yeah,
world title.
another
belt.
world title
That's
belt.
it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna change. It'll be another world title.
Like
belt.
do you
Right.
like it's like Canadian football.
Yeah.
You can be the champion of Canadian football, but
Yeah.
you want to win the NFL, right?
It's going to be interesting to see how it evolves. We often say what's best for business, right? Especially in entertainment or in sports. And so they're clearly doing what's best for their business.
Of course, yeah.
And it's just gonna boxing's gonna look a lot different in 12
just
months
like wrestling
and
right
24
now.
months.
You have Sasha Banks, but she goes by something else now, right? I'm thinking Mercedes Monet or something like that. Sasha Banks, WWE, right? She has the TBS belt because she's on another network. She's on AEW or something like that. She's on another.
TNA.
It's not
maybe?
WWE. It's not TNA. I know it's not. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
Okay.
it's on TBS. They show it on TBS, so she has the TBS championship belt.
Oh wow.
And it's just she has all the belts. She has all the belts on that thing, but they're all different, right? And it's just TBS belt. Like it doesn't mean anything, but it's for their business. It's for
their
to
business,
promote,
yeah.
Like TBS was, you
Yeah.
know. But it's just one of the. I think it's just gonna be another belt. Does it hold any weight compared to WBA, ring, WBC, and all these? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you want the gold one.
Well,
At the end of the day, you want.
You're still gonna
green.
want, no matter what belt you have, people are still gonna want that green belt.
Yeah.
Here's the way I
Tradition.
look at it. It is, some people are saying it's disruptive to boxing, that they're wanting to change that Muhammad Ali rule that's in effect, where they're challenging it now so that maybe they don't have to pay fighters a certain, again, it comes down to money. I don't know where it's all going to go. All I know is this, is that I think it's going to make the top ranks of the world, the Golden Boys, Match Frame, all these other organizations, it's just going to want to make them get better and more competitive.
You know what?
So their
I
brands can
heard
stand
something
out.
about this, about the Ali Act, and I heard what they said. No, we don't want to change the Ali Act. We want to keep it the same. We just want to either add to it or do something to it. But I don't know what organization they're talking about, but they said no, we don't want to change the Ali Act because that's
Well, that's Dana
they call
White.
it Dana White.
That was Dana White.
They
So
don't want to
they're-
change it.
they're-
They just want to figure
Right.
something out to
Yeah,
go around it.
right. Because the UFC fighters, and this is always the argument that there's a lot of them. They don't make as much money on the lower end. That's arguable. Now, if you're ranked in top 10, great. Top 5, you're making some good money. You're a champion, they're making good money. So what's right? I don't know. I mean, that company already, Zuffa Boxing, is worth billions now already. And just by the mere fact of this TV deal they just did with Paramount Plus, like an $8 billion deal. I mean, it's insane. It's crazy. But I think,
and Dana White's worth $8 billion.
well, no, he's got. I don't know how much more he's worth. Maybe he is
He's
now.
worth
I don't
a lot,
know,
yeah.
but he's still
Enough
owns.
to be playing $1 million hands in
Yeah.
Vegas.
I mean, it's a big time
Jeez.
role.
I don't think it changes boxing much. I mean, boxing does need some kind of change. It's evident, right? You have Gervonta Davis willing to take a fight against Jake Paul just because the money's there, right? So there has to be some kind of change in boxing where boxers fight boxers and like the best fight the best still and all that. Like the Crawford Canelo thing, great. It was great for boxing.
Yeah.
Right? It was so good, but look how much money it took to
It
do that.
generated a lot.
Right, and boxers are prize fighters. They're gonna go for the prize. You know what
Yes.
I mean, they're gonna fight for the money.
Yeah.
But back in the day, the prize was the belt.
Yeah.
And now it's the money, right? So it's just something has to change at some point. Do I have the answer? No, but I think boxing's due for an upgrade somehow. I'm not sure this is it. This is just another
Yeah.
guy who sees the opportunity to make
some
money.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't. If is it good for the sport? That's yet to be determined. But I think it's good for his pocket. But
Well, all I know is this: by them, however it is, but by them, I think more people now have the opportunity to see pro boxing at a good high level, and not having to buy pay-per-view. And I think that just opens up the pool a lot more. So some of the fans had left boxing because it was too
it's unorganized. It's not consistent.
well, not only that, it was boring. There was not enough, people just thought that boxing was corrupt. And so a lot of
Which
people
it
just
is.
kind of, but a lot of people left it because of that. Now you're putting in front of a bunch of eyeballs that people don't have to pay, and they're hearing about. Okay, I'm going to tune in to check it out. So this is an opportunity to maybe bring people back.
I mean, even for me, I'm not big on MMA at all, but I'll watch UFC. Like, I'm going to watch it every Saturday just because I know something's going to happen. I know, so I'm going to be entertained somehow,
Yeah.
They have 20 fights a night. I'm going to find something I like. But I think boxing needs a little bit of that upgrade. But again, who knows how they answer that? Who knows how to solve that? But how do you get the fighters to care about the belts again? How do you care about that instead of, well, how much am I getting paid? And that's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Well, we're going to keep working to see if we can get Dana White on our podcast. That'd be awesome.
sure.
So, Dana, if
We
you're
keep reaching
watching,
out.
listening, man, come on.
Check your mailbox.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, we may do our own thing here. You never know, right?
You never know.
We might have to go back into the promotion business to put some good fights on. Man, we were on a roll, right, when we were doing it before.
And you look back at it, imagine if they all hadn't stopped.
I know.
It'd be insane.
Yeah.
By now, but that was how many years ago? Leija Bata. What was
I think
y'all's
we
last?
stopped in 16, 17.
Imagine now. Like, man, that'd be insane, right?
And then there's bare knuckle boxing that it's legal now in Texas. That's going to be exciting.
I'm seeing a
That's
lot
an
of those.
exciting
I'm seeing a
sport.
lot of those on pay-per-view now.
Yeah.
Man, like those are intense. Can you imagine like just getting jabbed with your knuckles like that?
But James, we explain to people why, because people say, "Oh my God, that looks just it's too brutal, bare knuckles." But tell people why it's actually better for the human body, the human brain, than fighting with the gloves.
Well, it's usually, I think it would be like if you have a helmet on, just say we're playing football, and you have a helmet on, and you keep crashing into each other over and over and over because you have
think you could
helmets on,
take it?
right? But your brain is still getting rattled each time. Not as bad, but it's still getting rattled over and over and over. Now, when you have, if you didn't have any helmets on and you went boom, went head, wow, it's a big hurt, but it's only one time. It's not over and over and over. And so in boxing, just like when we wear headgears, people say, oh, headgears are safer. No, it's not, because you're still getting hit. And sometimes when you have a headgear on, you tend to say, let me get hit more because I'm protected. I have a headgear. You're not being protected. Your brain is still shaking. So sometimes it's better not to have a headgear, because when you don't have one on in the pros, you try to get out of the way and not get hit. And so you be more protective. And bare knuckle, you don't have gloves on, so the guys are really trying not to get hit. And if you do get hit, it's going to cause a cut so bad or whatever if you get hit, and the fight's over with right away.
Yes.
So what I say is it's the
Less-
same argument.
Less punishment, yeah.
Same argument with bare knuckle boxing, MMA, and why boxing is still more dangerous, because it's the accumulation of punches. You know, MMA, you get dropped, you get hit with a good punch, you're gonna get knocked out, but that saves you from 500 to 600 more punches to the head that you would have gotten.
That's why in boxing, pro fight,
I'd rather get knocked out
title
once
belts-
than take
title fights
1,000 punches to the head.
Title fights are 36 minutes. Title fights. 12
Or
minutes.
I'd rather get hit in MMA, UFC. I'd rather get hit, go down, the guy jump on top of me, miss every punch, and the ref stops the fight. As opposed to I get hit in boxing, I go down,
You get
you
back
got
up.
10 seconds to get back up. And you ain't going to quit, are you? If he asks you if you're okay,
You keep getting up.
you're going to keep fighting again, right? So
Yeah.
it's that thing of like, how many guys have you seen die in boxing? How many have you seen die in MMA? It's not the
big
same.
difference.
It's a
It's a big
huge difference, Not only that, you're doing that in training too. Like MMA, I think
Yeah.
I said this. MMA, you don't go 100% in sparring. I didn't know that. Like you go like 50% in sparring, but in boxing you go 100% all the time, which is different. You're getting hurt. You're getting concussions.
You're getting hit. And,
But no one's talking about
you're
that.
getting
Like,
hit in training. You're getting hit in the real fight.
you know what I mean? But the whole argument I always say is, okay, put this headgear on. You'll move your head, but if I take it off, you're gonna move your head. You'll move it more.
Right.
So it's a little safer. But I tend to think bare knuckle, you don't have the skill of boxing in there. There's some fighters that are transitioning over there. Paulie Malignaggi is doing a bare knuckle
Is he
fight
gonna do one?
this in October in this month. So that'll be interesting to see, just because he's going up against a pretty good bare knuckle fighter. So you have a professional boxer, again, not the elite right now. It's Paulie Malignaggi. He's past his prime, but you have a guy who has some boxing skill and a bare knuckle fight. Had he done bare knuckle before?
Who?
I thought he's done. I think he fought already.
that
Didn't
Paulie?
he fight?
I think Paulie Malignaggi's done bare knuckle.
Austin
before.
Trout's done it.
Trout's
Dude from Mexico.
Oh
Juarez?
no, you're talking about Angulo, right?
Angulo did it,
Oh, yeah.
and they all demolished their guys.
So you have
Wow.
there's a huge. I mean,
And they were
even
washed up boxing guys.
Yeah.
even Jake Paul beat one of the bare knuckle guys, maybe 2 fights ago. Mike something.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Remember?
Oh,
he-
Mike Perry.
Yeah.
Well, he's a UFC guy.
I thought he was MMA. No, he did bare knuckle. He did bare
He's
knuckle.
done bare knuckle, but he was originally UFC.
The skill's not there. You know what I mean? So it's a totally different thing. But it's true. I mean, bare knuckle and MMA are both safer than boxing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
That's punishment.
Yeah.
It's interesting as all get out, man. But
Mm-hmm.
all good stuff.
Yeah, man.
More options for people to watch on TV now, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And who knows where we go? Outside of the Leija Lounge, I wouldn't mind tuning into something like that. The
Yeah.
Leija Lounge is all I watch all day, every day.
Right.
Well,
We might
Same
have
here.
another announcement real soon.
Yep.
real soon, guys. Stay tuned. You never know what we're gonna
Come on
hit
with.
you with, come up with.
No pun intended.
Yeah, for sure. Glad to be back in here with y'all four. It hasn't been. It hasn't. It's been a
man,
month.
really
It's been a
good.
month or so. Right.
It was really good.
Yeah, man.
Feels good to be back.
Good. We'll see you on the next episode of the Leija Lounge. Stay tuned.
Good one.
All right.
I got to skedaddle.
Yeah, skit. All right, guys. So listen, do you want me to? Do we officially just want to move it to?
It's the smartest thing.
Do what?
Before he gets to
I'm in agreement with that. I just think that, but let's not lose the date. Let's see what we can come up with, and I'll let the tech port folks kind of